Yet again, let's practice some Yin Yoga, and today I am at the gym. So these three poses are great poses and quite strong poses. So make sure that you don't go into them too deep, but rather back off and make sure that you stay in them for around 3 minutes and then gradually work your way up until around 10 minutes per side in each pose. So the first one that we're going to do is one of my favorites, and it's inspired by Anna Forrest. We're going to do a half butterfly. So the butterfly pose would be this, with feet together. And this time the half one is going to be one leg out to the side. And sometimes if you feel that it hurts the inside of your knee, you can either prop up with something that you have underneath, so just to make it a little bit more bent and so that you're able to relax here. And if you don't have something like this, you can prop it up with a block just to prevent the foot or the knee from falling in. And it's not dangerous, it's just if it creates any tension or pain here. I'm quite flexible here already, but if you feel that your knee is high up like this and you cannot relax in the hip, then you can put a block on the side for support. So anything like that is nice. And then we're going to add a neck stretch. So once you're propped up in the legs and your foundation is on spot, then you're going to do a side bend, and the neck stretch comes in like this. So I'm focusing on opening the side between my shoulder and my ear. And I remember when I started to practice this pose with Anna, even if we didn't do it like Yin style, we still held it for hours, no I'm kidding, but several minutes. And it's this fine balance that you have to keep this arm a little bit yang, so it's active and it's reaching, and you're looking for, if I reach back behind me, it gives a certain kind of sensation, and if I'm reaching more forward, it's another kind of sensation. And I'm really working on opening up my chest so that I don't fall forward too much. So this is active, and then the passive part is trying to let go of your head. Let your head hang. And sometimes I support it in the beginning. It helps me relax more, and I can feel how my head is getting heavier and heavier. And then eventually maybe the elbow down. And if you feel comfortable hanging like this, that's nice. And the last part I'm going to show you, and I cannot talk at the same time, is relaxing the jaw. And it's almost like you want to drool, yeah? Oh, this is so nice. To come up, support yourself, and reach with the arm. This is how I like to come out of it. And I just support my head up, so I keep this side long and relaxed. And then the other side, same thing, la da da. The second pose of the practice is going to be dragon, and it is really like a dragon. So if you practice Yin Yoga, you may recognize it as lunge, or in other fitnessy environments. I like to have something underneath my knee. It supports the knee. So you can have more of a sleepy dragon, where you have the hands on the inside and you relax down and go low. Maybe I'll take this off. And the area that we're working on is the front of the hip and the inside of the hip. So this area here. And if you feel comfortable, you can hang in your elbows and your shoulders. If it's too much on your wrists, you can prop up, so you can have them on a block, elbows on a block or a bolster, if the earth is too far away. And something like this, relax the head down. This is one version of it. If you feel like going into a more opening of the psoas and targeting the low back, you can do more of an upright dragon. So anything like this. If you feel it's hard to balance, make sure that you have the feet standing like on rails and not in a line like this. This is harder to balance, so make sure you have feet hip width or wider apart. And looking for release, to let go. And then eventually what I personally like, because I've been practicing this pose for a few years, is that you start to lean back a bit and a little bit to the diagonal. And if you go to the diagonal, it increases. You get like the biggest pull on the psoas and the hip flexor muscles. So something like this would be my practice. Dragon. Oh, it's so nice. Come out of it and do the other side. Oh. And for the last pose, you're going to do sleeping swan, and you can watch the previous videos here maybe for sleeping swan. But now we're going to do sleeping swan with a twist. So you're going to take the knee forward, and so just short. This would be like a pigeon pose, and in Yin we do more swan, which means that you can have the foot back or the foot further forward. The femur bone, the knee more out to the side or more to the center of the mat. You can have the pelvis to one side, to the other side, or in the middle. You can prop up and have something underneath your butt if you feel more relaxed. There should be zero pain in the knee, okay? So no pain in the knee. And then lean forward on your elbows, and this is when the twist comes in. So you're gonna reach the opposite. So if you have the left leg in front, you're gonna have the right arm underneath you. And this is nice to have a block actually, or a bolster, as a stop, almost as a stop sign or block, so that you don't roll over. And then I lean over to the side. And something like this, I lean over. You can have this arm here for a gentle support. You can have it on your low back, or maybe you can grab your foot if it's back there somewhere. Not to create more tension, but I find that if I can hold on to something, it's easier for me to relax without losing the shape. So if I'm not holding on to the foot and I'm relaxing, I kind of just fall out of it. So hold on to the foot, or maybe prop up and stop. So I'm making a shape of my bones so that the muscles and the fascia around it can relax. Sleeping swan with a twist. These are the 3 poses, and I think that these poses are excellent poses to release stress. If you are in a position in your life or in your physical body where you feel a lot of tension around your hips and in your jaws and neck, these 3 are the ones that I would highly recommend you to practice. And you can practice them in a row, or you just take one pose per day. And it's really nice to do it in the evening to really squeeze out that last bit of stress, so that you then can go into your evening and maybe fall straight into bed and have a soft and rejuvenating sleep. And more energy in the morning. So please give me your comments. I would love to see you practice. If you're on Instagram, use the hashtag #GlobalYogaYin. And I will see you again soon. Ciao. Namaste.